What to photograph in April 2022? Hello PhotoPillers, Rafael the Bar here. April has two new moons, which give us plenty of opportunities to photograph. The Zodiacal Light is still visible in both hemispheres, the northern and the southern hemisphere, and of course the Milky Way and its galactic center. Also, in April, we'll enjoy the Comet C 2021-03 PanSTARRS, although it won't be visible to the naked eye. But you might be able to capture it if you're using a star tracker. The full moon, of course, the Lyrids Meteor Shower, visible from both hemispheres, 4 conjunctions of the moon with Saturn, Mars, Venus and Jupiter. Mercury will be at its greatest eastern elongation, giving us a great opportunity to photograph the planet. And at the end of the month, we'll have a partial solar eclipse. As always, don't forget the always zone for opportunities. I'm talking about the sunrises and sunsets and star trails, etc. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some of the best photos that you've submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and we featured in March. Featured at the time of recording this video. So let your imagination fly, decide what you want to photograph and use PhotoPills to plan the photo you want so you can go and capture it. Okay, let's go to the planner and let's start with some of the best photo opportunities that we can photograph in April. The new moon is on April 1st, and as you know from last month's video, around new moon is a great moment to photograph the Zodiacal Light. Again, the Zodiacal Light is a reflection produced by the scattering of sunlight due to the particles moving along the entire solar system. In the northern hemisphere, it is visible to the west, at the end of the astronomical twilight, after sunset, in the sunset direction. Sunset direction is shown on the PhotoPills map by this thick orange line you see on the map. On the contrary, in the southern hemisphere, the Zodiacal Light is visible in the east, before the astronomical twilight begins, before dawn. In the sunrise direction, the direction shown by this thick yellow line you see on the map. There's where you'll find the Zodiacal Light. April is another great month to photograph the Milky Way and the galactic center. In the northern hemisphere, it's a great moment to photograph the Milky Way arch when it's super low in the sky. The galactic center is moving in the southeast directions, between these two gray lines you see on the map. If you are at the right pin position, you can tap on the 90R button and visualize the position of the Milky Way in the sky. Here I have my first crossing point with the horizon, and as you see, the Milky Way arch is super low in the sky. The galactic center is this orange dot here. You can swipe your finger from right to left to change the time like this and see how the Milky Way moves. I love the 90R view, awesome! Moving the red beam from Yapai Vista, located in Sedona, Arizona, USA, to the Atacama Desert. Here you'll see that the Milky Way can be photographed when it's pretty vertical in April. Here we find the core of the Milky Way, the galactic center, higher in the sky. Actually, let's check it with the 90R view. Let's see the position of the Milky Way in the southern hemisphere. You'll see that the core of the Milky Way is super high in the sky compared with the northern hemisphere. It's a great month for Milky Way photography in the southern hemisphere too. By the way, if you wish to learn how to plan your Milky Way photos, watch this video. The full moon is on April 16th. The moon is so much fun, it's such a powerful element to tell stories. So based on the moonrise or moonset direction, plan a cool shot. For instance, let's have a look at the plan here. From the red pin position on April 16th, is the full moon date, around 8:35 p.m. If you are at the red pin position, you'll be able to photograph the rising full moon next to the Toadstool's hoodoos. This hoodoo here is an amazing rock formation located in Canap, Utah, USA. Actually, here you have a photo of the beautiful hoodoo. I took it with my iPhone a few weeks ago in Canap. As you see, my friend, an amazing photographer, Sabna Reddy, was posing for me to give a sense of scale to the hoodoo. I just love this place. Great! If you wish to learn how to plan your moonshots, watch this video. On April 21st, the Comet 2021-03 PanSTARRS will be at perihelion. This is when the comet is closest to the Sun. It's when it reaches the highest level of brightness, releasing large amounts of gas and dust. Unfortunately, the comet, with an expected magnitude of 9.4, won't be visible to the naked eye, but it might be photographed if you're using a star tracker. Remember that only objects with magnitudes below 6 are visible to the naked eye. The Lyrids Meteor Shower is peaking on the night that goes from April 22 to April 23. Around 15 meteors per hour are expected. Yoo-hoo! The Moon, with a phase of 55%, will be below the horizon for quite a bit during the night, allowing us to photograph the Lyrids Meteor Shower with no moon for quite a bit, maybe 4 or 5 hours depending on your location. The radiant of the meteor shower, that spot in the sky where meteors originate, will be in the east, will be moving in the east. The radiant is represented on the map by this gray circumference that moves along the radiant path, this gray curve you see on the map. And if you are at the red pin position and you tap on the night AR, you'll be able to visualize the radiant in the field. And here I have the radiant of the Lyrids. You can swipe your finger on the AR view to visualize how the radiant moves across the sky throughout the night. This way you'll know where the radiant is at all time. Cool! One cool thing about the Lyrids is that they are visible from both hemispheres, but it's a bit weaker in the southern hemisphere. If you wish to learn how to plan your meteor shower shots, your Lyrids shot, watch this video. At the end of the month, there are a few cool moon-planet conjunctions. On April 24th, Saturn will be pretty close to the Moon, and the Moon will have a phase of 40–42%. On April 25th, it's Mars that will be in conjunction with the Moon. And on April 27th, we have Venus and Jupiter, both very close to a pretty thin Moon. On both hemispheres, you'll find these moon-planet conjunctions pretty low in the sky before sunrise. To spot them, look in the sunrise direction, the thick yellow line you see on the map. On April 29th, Mercury will be at its greatest eastern elongation, which means that the planet will be further away from the Sun, giving us a great opportunity to view and photograph the planet from both hemispheres. Mercury will shine in the early evening sky with magnitude -0.6. Again, remember that objects with magnitude below 6 are visible to the naked eye. After sunset, you'll find the planet low in the sky, in the sunset direction, the thick orange line you see on the map. On April 30th, during the second new moon of the month, there will be a partial solar eclipse. As you see here on the map, I've loaded the eclipse information, and the best places to go and enjoy the eclipse are Chile, Argentina, and Antarctica. If you go to the eclipse panel, swiping the panels to the left, here you'll find all the times for the phases of the eclipse. You can swipe time bar and see how the eclipse evolves from the red pin position. So all you have to do is to move the red pin up and down until you find a cooler spot to photograph and leave the eclipse. Easy. On the top panel, you have the times for the eclipse phases, and on the map, this kind of orange gray line thin that's moving now as I'm swiping the time bar is telling me where the eclipse occurs at all times, so I know the direction where the eclipse will occur. And if you tap on the AR button, you'll visualize through the augmented reality where the eclipse is happening. Here you can swipe your finger on the AR view and you visualize how the eclipse moves, so you know where the eclipse is happening at all time and when. Cool. And again, if you wish to learn how to plan your partial solar eclipse photo, watch this video. Okay, let's see some of the best photos that you submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in March. Let's go! The first one is a super difficult capture by Jaime Marin, where you see a glider inside the sun's disk. Awesome! The second one is a beautiful Milky Way panorama over the waterfall of Skófagos in Iceland, taken by Asier López Castro. And the third one is a perfectly aligned full moon with the Tower of Hercules, a stunning Roman structure, pretty ancient structure located in La Coruña, Galicia, Spain. Photo taken by Soraya San Pedro Snapshot. Congratulations! Now, if you wish to learn how to photograph all the events I've been sharing with you in this video and many more, I invite you to download our super detailed photography guides. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video and the first comment below. Download them. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday with another video. And remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye!